We don't have discount codes or anything like that because the amazing, incredible discounts for the bundles, that's the nature of a bundle, are already built into the discount price. So I will be reminding you of the total value of each bundle, the sale price, and the discount percentage for each as we go through it. A couple of reasons why we thought that this would be important is, as I said, the savings are exceptional on all of our bundles. We're getting into the holiday season, so these make really, really great big ticket gifts for the sewists and quilters and crafters in your life. But also you can buy them and sort of break up the bundle and have multiple gifts for family and friends. So that's a good point. They're very popular. So if you go onto madamsew.com and check out the bundles, you'll see that some of them are selling out. As a matter of fact, I had to eliminate, let's say, 3 bundles for today because they sold out in the last couple of days. So take a look at that. That's another reason there is some sort of urgency, I guess, to these bundles. And the ones that are getting really, really tight inventory wise, I will let you know how many are left. There are a few of them that I can tell you how many we have left. So anyway, being that there's no discount codes, I'm not going to go through the process like I usually do. So if there's something that you like here, you can drag it into your cart, no problem. And the price that you see is the price that you pay with the discount already included. So win-win. We have a lot to cover, so I'm just going to dive right in. I'm just going to dive right in with the demos. So our first bundle today is the zipper bundle. So basically, it's 2 of our zipper sets. We have the small, which is 8-inch, and then we have the large, which is 18-inch. So I can tell you, as I'm showing you, that each kit, each set, I'm looking at the small one right now. These are 8-inch. Each set has 44 zippers. So there's 22. Look at that. You know what? Every sewist deserves a very robust zipper stash. And if you don't have one yet, this bundle will set you straight. Okay, so basically, here's the small set, 8 inches. There are 44 zippers here, 22 colors, 2 of each color. Now I'll show you the 44. The large set, the large set is the same, 44 zippers, 22 colors, 2 of each color, but these are 18 inches long. So let me just show you what 18 inches, I'll do the pink, that you can really, really see that. So this is 18 inches, right? Versus, let me get the pink over here, 8 inches. All right? There, you can see that. So I can tell you that, let's see, the zipper tape itself is nylon. There's an alloy metal pull like that. And then the actual teeth, or let's say, what do you call it? The plastic coil. The coil is plastic. All right. It does have a finished end, a closed end, but you can still customize. So if you want a shorter zipper that's longer than 8 inches, you can simply cut and then re-sew it to stop it. But I kind of think that if you're using it on a garment, you need to customize, that you're going to, in the process of making your garment, you'll end up closing the zipper that way, should you choose to customize. So I think this is pretty cool. All told, right, you're getting the 8-inch set and the 18-inch set, 44 zippers per. So that's 88 zippers you're getting. And what I thought was kind of cool, I know this gal that has, she does belong to like a sewing circle, sewing club kind of thing, and she makes fabric greeting cards. So she used the 8-inch zippers and incorporated that into her design for these fabric cards. I think this one wasn't a holiday one. This one was like an invitation. Yeah, it was an invitation. So she did that. So basically, if you have 44 zippers, you can afford to use some of them for something whimsical like a greeting card. And the zippers were usable. So she sent it out to her friends for the sewing club, and they got a free zipper out of it. I think that's a really cute idea. So let me just tell you about the the zipper set. All right. So these two things together come out to $62.99. However, as a bundle, if you order the bundle, it is $32.99, which is nearly 50% off. It's actually 48% off if you get these two as the bundle. That's a good deal, man. Get yourself a really robust zipper stash or family and friends. So that's our first bundle. We're off to a banging start, I think. Our second bundle is the new arrival bundle, okay? So the new arrival bundle, let me show you what it consists of, and then we'll get into it a little bit. Check out the size of this. I mean, I have to go back and forth here so you can see how impressive this size is. This is our large wool pressing mat. This is 100% New Zealand wool. Yeah, so I'll tell you more about this. The size is, the size is 11 by 24. No, 17 by 24. I was going to say 17 wide by 24 high as you're looking at it right now. I'll tell you more about that as we go. But what's really, really lovely about this pressing mat is, one, it doesn't take up any floor space. So you don't have to haul out an actual ironing board, take up floor space to do your ironing. This can be on your surface, on your work surface 24/7. You can put a cutting board on top of it. So it's really not taking up floor space, which is really nice. The other really cool thing is when you're using this presser mat, when you're using this mat to iron, it absorbs the heat on the bottom and sends it right back up. So in essence, you're ironing from both the top and the bottom. The heat is affecting your fabric and pressing from both the top and bottom, which I think is rather lovely. So very efficient, don't you think? What else is in this new arrival kit? I'll tell you right now. The 18-inch hot hem ruler. So this was by popular demand. We have a 10-inch, but y'all wanted something larger because I guess when you're doing a hem, whether it's curtains or anything like that, and you have an expanse, right, a very large swath of fabric, 18 inches is going to come in handy because you can do that. So just 2 swipes of this 18-inch ruler, you've done a yard. All right, so we have that. I'm actually gonna demo this for you in a second. And then our third item that's in the new arrivals is this, bias tape bobbins. So let me plug in my iron as we talk about the bias tape bottoms, okay? Yeah, so bias tape bobbins, bias tape bottoms, perverse. Bias tape bobbins, you get 6 per box, right? This is what they look like. There's a little hole here, so if you want to hang it on a peg, hang it on a hook, you can do that. They are 6 inches high, right, by 4 inches wide, which means this middle space that you're actually going to use to wind the bias tape is 3.5 inches. So you get 6 in total. I've gone ahead and, wound, I made some bias tape and wound some up. So here we go. Here's one. This is, very thin. It's like a 1/2 inch bias tape. These are kind of remnants, but I put them all on here because maybe you can do like a pencil case, a purse, doll clothes, anything like that. So I have those over here. This is the same in 2 different sizes. So we've got the 1/2 inch, and then I think that's 1 inch or 3/4 inch on the bottom. So it's the same fabric, but in 2 different widths. And then lastly, I have this very kind of wild and whimsical. These again, good catch, right? These again are just good pieces for decorative trim, and I tend to use these kind of wilder trim. It's kind of what I like. So there you go. So now let me check if let me take this out for you, and I'll show you how to use the hot hem ruler. All right. Let me see. I'm going to put you down here so you can see what I'm actually doing. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I've got a piece of fabric here. Okay. And I've got my iron. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that seems good. So basically what you can do here, as you see, you can go from anywhere from 1/4 inch. You can make, hems, 1/4 inch, actually, yeah, an 1/8 inch all the way to 2.5. That's if you're using it this way. You see what I'm doing here? All right, so if you're using it this way, you can go 1/8 all the way to 2.5. In reality, though, you can actually do an 18-inch hem. I don't know why. I mean, maybe one of your clients is a giant or something, an ogre. I don't know. But if you want to make an 18-inch hem, you can. You just use the see. You would use the ruler at a perpendicular angle. So that would be a 7-inch hem as the crow flies. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to go ahead and do the 1/2 inch. Okay, I think you can see very clearly what I'm doing here. So I've got it put to the 1/2 inch mark. I'm going to go ahead and give it an iron, give it a press, get that part done. Oh, I'm actually going to put on some. These are my little ironing thimbles. They really work, especially when you're working in tighter spaces. So I've done that side. I'm going to go ahead and do this side because then I want to show you something really cool. So I'm going to do another 1/2 inch on this side. Give that the iron. Oh, I put my thimbles on the wrong fingers. All right. Here we go. So now what I want to show you, let me just iron this 1/2 inch hem down real quick. And then I'm going to show you another really cool thing. So as you see, I'm not taking full advantage of the 18 inches, but if you're doing, a full skirt hem, if you're doing a, home decor, whether it's curtains, bed linens, tablecloths, anything like that, then you may want to take advantage of the full 18 inches. And I think that's what a lot of you were saying, which is why we went ahead and produced this 18-inch hot hem ruler. So you see right now, I'm just pressing down my 1/2 inch one more time. And then what I'm going to show you is, check this out. Okay, I'm going to fold this down. I'm going to make a little right angle there and there. So you see, we've got it folded over and made right angles. Cool. Let me just get that down. Don't you love my Black & Decker classic? I do. And now what we're going to do is, lo and behold, we are going to make a mitered edge. Okay. So I've got that down. Let me do the other one. Check it out. We've got this really, really clean mitered edge. So easy. Yeah, you see why I need my little thimble? Well, ironing thimbles. Yeah, see that? I mean, I could pin it. Let me just pin it down real quick so you can see it more clearly. If you're going to start asking about the ironing thimbles, which usually happens when I demo, when I use them for a demo, see that? Really, really clean mitered edge. So that's your hot hem ruler. This happens to be the 18-inch. So we're talking about this particular, I'll put everything right here for you. Sorry. So we've got the 18-inch hot hem ruler. We've got the 17 by 24 New Zealand wool pressing mat. And we have the 6-piece bias tape bobbins. Yeah. Huh? What do you think? All right, so it's a 3-piece new arrival set. 18-inch hot hem ruler, 17 by 24 New Zealand wool pressing mat, and the 6-piece bias tape bobbins. So this actually goes for, all total, $105.97. But get a load of this. No, seriously, get a load of this, right? So go from $105.97, that's the value of this bundle, to $60.99. Okay? So it's 42% off of this particular bundle. Pretty amazing. So those are new arrivals. Loving that. We are going to move straight on. Let me turn off that iron. Okay. Want to be safe. Oh, so what I was telling you about these, people really love them. They're not part of a bundle today, but as we move into the gift giving season, we're doing some other gift oriented shows. One of them is a stocking stuffer show. We have exclusives, another exclusive show coming soon. So look for these. People love them. I use them when I'm doing tight spaces with my iron. They come in very handy. So there you go. Let me just check something real quick. Debbie, you say you have both sizes and love them. I'm assuming you're talking about, well, you could be talking about the P mats or you could be talking about the hot hem rulers. I love all of that. I'm not sure which. Let me see. Oh, does the pressing mat protect the surface under it when using the mat for long periods? Now that's a really good question, Deborah Walker. I will say that what I do is I have an enormous cutting mat, and so I put my cutting mat down first and then put the pressing mat over it. Now, one of my work surfaces is tile, so I don't use anything except for the mat when I'm doing tile, but my work table is a lovely mid-century modern wooden top. And so, I kind of want to protect that from the heat and moisture that's coming through this wool pad. So I do put a piece of, essentially what's a piece of plastic, but it's a heat resistant cutting mat. So I put that under it to protect the work surface, which is wood. So that is a really good question about that. So it's kind of up to you what you're comfortable with. As I said, I do not use it on a tile surface. I don't put anything under my P mat on a tile surface, but I do on a wooden surface that is, let's say, a family heirloom or easily affected by stains of humidity, moisture, whatever. Okay, cool. Let me just see. Yeah, no problem, Deborah. I'm here to please. If I know something, I say something. Let me just see where we're up to. We are moving on to. Oh, this one's easy, man. Talk about. Here's the next bundle. It is called the Perfect Hem Duo Ruler Set. So as I just showed you, we have the 18-inch hot hem ruler, and here is the little buddy, the 10-inch hot hem ruler. So this will suffice for a lot of projects, and you may want both so that you don't. Could be cumbersome if you're working on a smaller scale with smaller hems, with a smaller pressing mat, all of the above. So you might want this so it's easier to work with and not as cumbersome as the 18. But of course, the 18 is going to save you a lot of time when you're doing very lengthy swaths of fabric. So this is our next bundle, which is the Perfect Hem Duo Ruler Set. I'll tell you that the value of these two together is $59.98. So $60, right? $59.98. The bundle, if you get them together as a bundle, is $29.99. So we're talking 50% off. All right, 50% off for the hot hem ruler bundle, 18-inch, 10-inch. All right, pretty cool. Let me just see what is next because we're on a tear, man. We're on a tear. We do have to get through a lot, I have to say. So hot hem ruler, cool. Perfect hem duo set. Yeah, we've done it. Quilting template. All right. So now I'm going to show you some quilting templates. We have a quilting template. A quilting template bundle. Let me show you what the bundle. I'm going to show you more clearly, but let me just show you the packaging. So basically, the bundle has hexagon shape, large. So this is a 3-piece set. I'm going to actually show you them in a minute, but I just wanted you to see that they come in this little sort of Ziploc storage bag, which is kind of cool. So that's the hexagon large 3-piece. Show you that in a minute. And then we have, this is all in the bundle. We have the small square template set, which is 5 pieces, and the small triangle set, which is 5 pieces. So let me just show you them real quick, and then I'll show you how easy it is to use them. You ready? Cool. Oops. All right, here we go. Now, I did this because it's easier to see them. Hold on now. Okay, so I did this because it's easier. Bear with me. Bear with me, folks. Great. Yeah, I wanted you to sort of see them at a glance, right? Yeah. I wanted you to see them as a glance, and you'll be able to sort of compare one to the other. So on the ends, okay, on the ends here, you have the 5-piece small set in triangle and in square. In the middle, you have the large hexagon set. So let's talk about these on the ends first, the small sets. The small triangle and square sets, you have 2-inch, 2.5. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. 2-inch, 2.5, 3-inch, 3.5, and 4. Now, because of the 1/4-inch seam allowance, your 4-inch will make too much coffee, folks. Too much coffee. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, so your 4-inch will make a 3.5 fabric triangle. Okay, because we're taking in for the seam allowance. The sizes I just gave you, which is 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2. That applies to the small set 5-piece triangle and square. And as you see, those are in different colors. The 5 are in different colors. Now let's talk about the hexagon. That's a 3-piece large set. So the hexagons go from 6.5, which means a 6-inch piece of fabric. So 6, 5, and 4. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. See if you can see this. Yeah, I think you can. That's strange. Ah, okay. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do now, okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this template. As you can see, it's frosted, which eliminates some of the glare, and it makes your sight lines on the fabric a little more easy. I'm using a rotating cutting mat and a rotary cutter, and I just wanted to show you how easy it is. All right. Turn to everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, whoops, turn. All right. Cool. What I also want to show you or point out is that we have these little corners here that you can use for markings, but that is your 1/4-inch seam allowance as you go around. So you could actually mark that with a pen or a fabric marker. But look how easy. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So let me just reiterate. Sorry, I just ripped this to shreds, but that goes there. Okay, so let me just reiterate what is in this quilt template bundle. Okay, you have the large hexagon 3 pieces, 6, 5, and 4. Then you have 2 small sets. You have the triangle 5 pieces, which is 4, 3.5, 2, 2, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 2. Same goes for that. So you have a bundle of 2 small sets and 1 large set. Now, the quilting, I'm coming back to you. Hi. So the quilting template power pack is usually, get a load of this, $114.97. All right. But the bundle is $55.88 for a whopping 51% off. So if you haven't used templates, you want to try it. If this is a template that you don't have and you want to add it to your arsenal, then now's the perfect time to do it because you're 51% off, right? You buy these things individually, $114.97. Buy the bundle, $55.88. All right, 51% off. By the way, we only have 55 units left of this particular bundle. See, when I know something, I'll tell you. So 55 seems like a healthy number, but as I said, these things are sort of selling out. Different ones every day are selling out. So keep that in mind. If it's something that you like, go for it. Let's see what's next, right? We have the quilting storage bundle. Now, this one's kind of easy, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see that right there? Yeah, that is our quilting storage bundle. Okay, so let me just tell you that the regular one, which is up here on the top, I'm going to tell you what's in them in a second. But so the regular one is 22 inches by 15 by 8. So 22, 15 going back, and 8 high. Okay, this one is called the large. That is 23 and a half across, 20 inches wide, I guess, 20 inches down on the side, and then 11 inches high. Okay, I'll tell you what's in that in a second. And then this one is the large slim, which is large slim is 27 and a half across, 20 down, and 8 inches high. So the cool thing about the large slim is that that could possibly fit under your bed. So all beds, actually, most of these can maybe fit under your bed, depending on the height, I guess, clearance under your bed. So this one would not fit under my bed. I have a mid-century modern, relatively low one, but the other two do. They're only 8 inches high, so they do fill that. Now, I will tell you on the regular one, I have a queen size quilt. I have, this is actually two, you can't tell, but they're two basically twin size, almost bed throws for holiday. And then these are sort of Indian sarong curtains, basically. So they're, I would say, about maybe 4 feet by 7 feet. And I have 3 of those in there. So that's not bad for a regular size quilt bag. This one, the large one, I have a queen size Afghan. I have 2 twin quilts for twin beds. And then I have 2 faux fur twin throws. That's a lot, right? And then on this bottom one here, the large slim, I have a king size quilt. I've got a twin size. It's twin size throw, but it's a full twin size. And then I have 2 twin size duvet covers in there. So, you know, that's not bad. Pretty cool, right? So I can tell you that the quilting storage bundle is usually $72.97. This is good. $72.97, right? The value of this. Guess what the bundle costs? $29.99, 59% off. 59% off. So you get this for $29.99. That is 59% off. And guess what? There's only 25 bundles left. So 25 of the quilting storage bundle, only 25 left at $29.99. Not bad, right? Let me see how I'm doing with time. I think I'm doing all right. Let's see. Get back to ya. All right, cool. Let me see now. Clips and clamps. We're doing clips and clamps bundle. All right. So get a load of this. Again, I'm going to show you as we move on here. Isn't that cute? All right. So here we go. Clips and clamps. We have 50 sewing clips, multiple colors. I'm going to show you a little bit more of that. Then we have the extra large sewing clips. This is a box of 25. Again, multiple. Did someone nail this shut or glue this shut? How dare you? It's actually taped shut. All right, here we go. Okay, a set of 25. I'm going to show you the size differentiation in a minute. I just want to show you the contents of this. And then we have a 6-piece jumbo quilting clamp set. Check it out. Okay, so let's talk about the sewing clips first. Let me show you the 2 sizes. Okay, this is the regular sewing clip. They are multiple color, but what you'll see here is that the, wait a minute. Yeah, so these, they have a flat bottom. Same thing with the extra large. They have a flat bottom. So, you know, when you're doing that, you put the flat bottom under your fabric so that it stays as level to the surface or even with the surface as possible. This small one is about an inch by 3/8. Yeah, an inch by 3/8. The larger one is, oh, and this has a 1/2 inch mouth. When you open it, the mouth is about a 1/2 inch. This one is 2 1/4 by 1 inch, right there. And that looks to be about 3/4 to an inch when you open the mouth. And then you have the 6-piece, which is 6 inches by 4 inches. So 6 inches by 4 inches. And when you open the mouth, that's 5. Okay? Pretty cool, right? So now let me just show you some of the usage opportunities for this. Let's start with the smaller clip. So this is a couple of the ways that I use the smaller clips. You can see this here. I just use it when I'm putting bias tape on a piece of fabric. Very, very easy. Just clip it on. And then as you're moving, keep the flat side down, right? As you're feeding into your machine, keep the flat side down. Yeah. And just remove them as you go. Very, very easy. Here, I want to show you something that's really, really cool. One of the reasons why you would want to use these, as I said, it has the flat side, but you can see how when you use the clips, your multiple fabrics sort of stay relatively flat and together. When you use a pin, you get these little mounds. That's the nature of using a pin, you see. You put the pin through your fabric to keep it together. However, it causes a little mound, which could result in some uneven sewing. So that's you know, I'm a recent convert to the sewing clips, but you know, they're all the rage, and I have to say I really like them. I use them a lot. So that's that, and now I want to show you the extra large. Is really, really great when you start using multiple fabrics, when you get into the quilting realm or anything like that. But here you have a quilted fabric, then you've got this wool, and I have 2 pieces of batting in between. So you can see how the clips, you can imagine what it would, oh, you don't have to imagine here. That's what it's like using a pin. You can see that mound is really prevalent. And then here with the clip, not so much. Okay, so there's that. Here, I'm using 2 pieces of leather, 2 pieces of sateen, and batting in the middle. So yeah, when you get into a more challenging fabrics and layers, you know, also you wouldn't want to use pin on this because you don't want the puncture holes going through your leather, right? So that's good. And then this, I just thought this was really cute because these are vintage fabrics. I mean, check this out. I found these at a thrift store. They're probably from like 30s or 40s. But so I just wanted to show you, but also with quilting, I've got that on the top. I've got the quilting square on the top. It's got both batting and stabilizer in the middle. And then it's got another quilted fabric for the backing. So you can see it's very, very good for, multiple fabrics. And then lastly, the clamps, I just want to show you here is what I've done is if I'm doing a project, I'll pull the fabrics that I want to use for that particular project. Normally, I would just sort of put them aside, but inevitably it gets mixed up with my fabric stash again. But here's a way to keep them separate and for me to understand when I look at this, oh, I pulled those for a very specific project, so I don't want to use these for anything else. I'm going to save them for that project that I had in mind. So that's one way to use these. Another way, of course, is to secure your fabric to the table space, very much like what you would do with a on a picnic. The tablecloth at a picnic, you have those clamps. You can do that. Multiple layers, of course. I'll show you something else. Here is... So this is home decor upholstery fabric, and what I do is I used to put like cardboard or brown paper around it with a piece of tape, and that's how I would secure it. But now I just put a couple clamps, and it's fine. Cool, right? So really, really cool uses for the clamps. And as I said, I think I told you that all told, the clips and clamps. Oh no, here we go. This is a good one. All right, clips and clamps. $56.47. So the value of these three items together, $56.47. However, the bundle is $21.99 for a whopping 61% off. 61% off. So you're getting the bundle, these three items, sewing clips, large sewing clips, and the quilting clamps for what? $21.99? 61% off. I think that's pretty darn great, don't you? Cool. Now, let's see. What is next? I'm just having a blast here today going through this stuff. Next is, spool and bobbin organizer. I love these things. Okay, so this is actually two items. One is, so it's two items. One is the bias tape bobbins that I've showed you already. So you get that. And then you get this spool and bobbin organizer set. So it's 48 pieces. You get 16 spool huggers. I'm going to show you that in a second. 16 bobbin clamps and 16 bobbin holders. And the way that you use these, really, really cool. You've got your spool. You have your loose thread, right? You want to roll that until you have the end, which is right there. And so then you use this spool hugger and you wrap that around there, hiding the end of your thread. So you always know where it is. If this falls, it's not rolling across the floor where you have to chase it down and either rewind or cut your losses and throw away some of your thread. So that's the first part. Then you do the same with the bobbin. So the bobbin might have this, your loose thread, wind it, and oh my gosh, everything that I worked for. Seriously, folks, that is gone. Let me see if I have another one handy. I do. Hold on. All right, folks, this is a different color, but here's the loose thread. I'm winding it up, right? Wind. When I get to the end, I secure with, there you go. I secure that with my bobbin clamp. And then I take my bobbin holder, like so, push it into my spool, and then I put the bobbin right on top. So you always have your spool and matching bobbin together. You never have to look for one or the other. They're always together and they're always ready to use when you need them. So this particular spool and bobbin organizer bundle, you're getting the 48-piece spool and bobbin organizer jar, and then you're getting the 6-piece bias tape bobbins. And let's talk about the price on that. So together, the value of these two items is $78.48. Okay. However, the bundle is $28.99 for a whopping 63% off. That's what I'm saying, folks. I mean, these discounts are just outrageous. Yeah, I know. Who just sent me that smiley? Was that you, Missy? That's crazy, right? Yeah. So my feeling on this is, definitely great gifts for friends and family. But if you're looking to sort of amp up your arsenal of tools and have all of this stuff ready at hand should you need it, now's the time to do it because these prices are cray cray. Just put that away. All right, let me see what's next. What's next is the storage bundle. This one is a whopper, man. I got 20 minutes. I'm doing good with time. Can you believe it? I'm doing good. So all right. So now is the storage bundle. This one is pretty crazy. So let me just start with that. We have what's called the pegboard starter kit. I don't know if you're ready for this. Let me show it to you. All right. Look at the pegboard starter kit. Now, I am going to show you everything. Don't worry. Okay, that's kind of it. So what I have, this is everything you get with the pegboard starter kit. I've assembled it together so it's easier to see at a glance what you're getting. Right now, you have four. You have four of these basic pegboard tiles. They're 11 by 11. So this, as you see it, is 22 by 22. You don't have to assemble this way. You can use every single tile individually, have one by your sewing station, one by your ironing station, what have you, or put them together like this, or put together on a horizontal line. I think that could look really good. Let your imagination go crazy. Whatever's best for you, that's how you can assemble these and adhere them to your wall. The accessories, you get two of these. They're clear bins with a lid. Okay, this is great for stuff like peanut M&Ms, cashews, junior mints, or whatever, so you can see what snacks you want to reach for. This one right here is an open bin, so there's no cover on this. An open bin here. This might be good for things that are going to stick above the top so you can see them, whether they're fabric marking pens or what have you. At least you can see what's in there. Maybe even stuff like stork scissors or other kinds of scissors. Then you have these on the bottom. You see those? Those are long, flat, open bins. I like to keep them on the bottom of my pegboard so that I can put cans, aerosols, starch, a lint roller, anything that's going to need some space above there. So I keep these sort of toward the bottom. You get three of these hooks right here, which I also keep toward the bottom. And the reason I do that is so that if anything is hanging, it's not taking space up on my pegboard. So it's actually hanging off the pegboard. So I like to keep the hooks on the bottom. And then you get these clamps. You get two of these clamps. Did one fall off? Yeah, you get two of these clamps. Oh, no, it's there. How do I get that? So, yeah. Again, I like to keep them toward the edge or enough so that if anything is hanging, it's not going to obstruct any of my other accessories. So this is pretty cool, right? I mean, this pegboard starter kit is crazy good, comes in really, really handy, and helps with all of your sewing organization challenges. So, by the way, if you get the pegboard starter kit, there is a myriad selection of accessories, everything from like a canvas project bag. You have a sewing shelf that you can put bobbins on or anything like that. It's really, really cool, the amount of accessories that you can add to your starter kit. So we have that. We have the starter kit. We have the over-the-door organizer. So I don't know if you can see it right there behind me. Right there. Yeah. No. Right there is this organizer. I'm using that one, and that one is filled with stuff, but I'm actually going to show you here and tell you a little bit about it. So here it is. I just want to, I'm showing you close up so you get a real sense of what this is. There are 24 pockets, so 4 across, and you go all the way down. There's 24 pockets. Each pocket is 7.8 high by 4.3 across. And it comes with these 3 hooks, stainless steel, rust proof, that you can put over your door and then hang. So I use mine over the door, but I also use it when I'm working on location. I'll hang it on a clothes rack, as you see there, and that's where I keep everything from like a hot glue gun, electric fabric scissors, wires, threads, every single fabric swatch that I'm going to need for a demo, tapes, and all that kind of stuff. So really, the overall size of this is 64 inches high. Pretty substantial, right? 64 inches high by a 19 wide. 19 wide. So this will, pretty much fit any door. So I'm digging it, man. I like I say, I have 2. One that I use when I'm working on location, and one that I actually have hanging on the back of my door in my studio. 24 pockets to put anything you want in there. I think, and that's great. What's next? So, yeah, I'm telling you, this storage bundle is really robust. So quilt storage bag, it's this one, the one on the top. Yeah. The one on the top, which is 22 by 15 by 8. 22 by 15 by 8. By 8. And then we have the thread rack. So the thread rack, let me just show you this thread rack situation. So it's a 60 spool thread rack. This is what it looks like. Okay, so 60 spool pegs. It can be used as tabletop. See, collapsible, but tabletop, as you see here. Put it right down on your surface, or it has these little loops. So it could be wall mount. See that? So it could be wall mount as well. It fits various sizes. Of course, if it gets too wide, then you won't be able to use it on here. Not really great for cones, especially a cone that doesn't have a very small cylindrical bottom. But for most spools and bobbins, it's absolutely fine. So I went ahead and loaded one up so you can see how vibrant and beautiful this actually looks with thread on it. Yeah, so that's your 60 spool thread rack. And then lastly, we have the tool caddy. All right. So here's your tool caddy. This one is in red. You will be getting the red one in this bundle. Look at that. It has a very kind of mid-century modern Danish vibe to it. But let me show you one that's full. Here's one that's full. You see, I've got seam rippers, I've got X-Acto knives, I've got chalk markers, gel pens, stork scissors, and then needles. And let me show you something else though, real quickly, because this is really cool. Check this out. It holds scissors, right? No problem. But check it out. It holds these. It holds my pinking shears. Ta-da! I mean, really, you can do a lot of damage with this. You can store a lot of stuff right there within arm's reach. The other thing that's really good about this is look how easy it is to clean. The rubber comes out, right? You can just sort of run this underwater, Windex if you want. Same thing here. You can use a dry vac or whatever to get any sort of lint that might accumulate there. But very, very easy to clean and very easy to put back together, as you see here. So you're getting the red one in this particular bundle. All right, so the storage bundle, everything that I've shown you, okay, $185.95. But guess what? The bundle is $86.37. $86.37, which is a whopping 54% off. And then here's the conundrum, I guess. There's only 15 units left of this storage bundle. So storage bundle with a value of $185.95 is now the bundle, $86.37, 54% off, only 15 units left. So get on it, folks. Let me see what's up. Can we add this to a cement wall? Okay, Monique, first of all, you know, I'm French oriented. My ancestors, very French Canadian. Love the name Monique. I have relatives, I have friends, I have neighbors named Monique. Always love that name. Can you add this to the cement wall? I'm pretty sure you're talking about the pegboard starter kit. Yes, you can. So each of these tiles, each of the 11 by 11 tiles, it comes with a back brace and cement nails. So if you're not going on a non-porous surface where you're using adhesive that comes with it as well, if you need to use a nail for something like cement, something like wood, something that's a bit porous, like some plasters are extremely porous, yes, it comes with nails and you can use the setup that comes with it, no problem, onto cement. Okay, thanks, Monique. I'm glad you mentioned that because I actually forgot to talk about that part. So thanks, partner. We're on our last bundle for today, and I've got 8 minutes. So I think I'm going to do that so I can tell you a little bit about what's going on at Madame So. This is the scissors bundle. So we're going to start with classic stork scissors, cute as a button. Let me just tell you, I use these all the time. I keep them by my sewing machine. I use them to snip. I also use them when I'm changing thread, right? Your top thread from the spool goes down under your needle plate, grabs the bobbin thread and pulls it up, and then they're looped together under your presser foot. I put this right under the presser foot, grab the thread, pull them out, separate them and pull them to the back. So this comes in really handy. The origin of the classic stork scissors, you're going to like this. They've been around since the 1800s. You know who invented them? Midwives. So midwives who are delivering babies would use these to cut the umbilical cord. And then I don't know who it was, but she deserves every award, decided let's make them in the shape of a stork. So it has like this little thing for, you know, extra fingers if you need them, if you need it. But really, really cute backstory. They're called classic stork scissors for a reason. They're whimsical. They're incredibly useful, and they'll make you happy if you have these. So stork scissors. Then we have our gold handled shears. Check it out. 9.5 inches, right? By with the blade of 4 inches. Okay. What I want to show you is a couple things. First of all, it almost looks like they're incredibly heavy, right? They're so damn handsome. It looks like they're heavy, very sturdy. They're very sturdy, that's for sure, but surprisingly not that heavy. They're very, very easy to use. The other thing I want to point out is this bolt, the nut and bolt, extremely heavy duty, very, very tight. And I'm trying to show you how when the blades come together, you want this nut to be as tight as possible so there's no space, that the blades are rubbing against each other when you cut, so that it's a very, very precise and clean cut. And this has it in spades. So check that out. Also, I'm sure you all know this, but it has when the handle is offset like that, see, it's not symmetrical, it's offset, and that is so that as you're cutting, it's the flattest you can get while you're cutting. And then listen, you hear that? So soothing. So that is the gold-plated shears. This is my, your parents or your mom or you have shears that no one is allowed to touch. And this is my set. So I've adopted these as my special shears that no one can touch. Then we have spring action scissors. Really, really great for dexterity issues or general hand fatigue. It has a lock so that for storage and travel, they're not going to stay open like this. These are also 9.5 inches with a 4-inch blade. Here's a nuance, which is really, really cool. I love that it has a 4 handle loop for 4 fingers, and then you just rest your thumb on the top. Now, what's really cool is, as you see, with regular scissors, you are responsible for pushing down and pulling up. Here, you're only responsible for pushing down, which means there's a nuance, but this is a good one. As you're working with these, you are more likely then to take full advantage of the length of the blade. So each cut, because it springs back automatically open and then you move forward, each cut is going to be a full 4 inches. Whereas if you're using regular scissors and you're responsible for opening and closing, you're more likely to have anywhere between 3-inch to 3.5-inch cuts. So this, I know it's a nuance, but this is actually a time saver in that space, and it's a hand saver, dexterity issues, and also general hand fatigue. Love them. So there you go. This is great when you're doing large swaths. And then finally, kind of one of my favorites. So I've got 4 minutes here. Is the electric fabric scissors. Okay, these are rechargeable, USB, right? 3 hours for a full charge, but then you can use it for 3 hours uninterrupted. So it has a little safety guard there, but I want to show you something. So here we go, right? Like that. You would think, yeah, wait, are you daring me? You're daring me? I accept your dare. Check it out. What? Yeah, it's very safe. You can see a little half moon right there. That's the actual blade, the sharp blade. So the points are very, very safe. So you should probably still keep it away from children. I mean, unless you hate children. Anyway, that's that. Now let me just show you some real quickly. This is a fleece. I'm going to do 4 layers of the fleece. Check it out. 4 layers of this fleece. No problem. Denim. I have 2 layers of denim, right? But it's a rolled hem. So this is actually, in some spaces, 6 layers of denim. Get that in there. 6 layers of denim. This is quilted fabric. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you here. We've got leather, we've got batting, and we have 2 layers of satin. 2 layers, right? Here we go. Check it out. Boom. And then finally, carpet. Crowd pleaser, carpet. All right, so let me just tell you now the price on that. So the scissors bundle, stork scissors, spring action scissors, gold handled shears, and electric fabric scissors. These are $205.46. That's the value of this bundle. You're going to get it for $91.95, which is 55% off. Get a load of this. Only 15 units left. So have at it, man. Do it while you can. Get a $205 bundle for $91.95. 55% off. There's only 15 units left. Now, as you're deciding what you want to buy, I'm going to tell you, I have a couple minutes. What's happening at Madame So? We have the big giveaway, which is this. Hold on. I'm going to show you real quick because it's really something else. So this is our current big giveaway. It is a Genome 4120 QDC sewing machine, brand new. It's got like over 120 pre-programmed stitches, 7 fonts for embroidery, monogram, all that kind of stuff. Expansion table. It's amazing. So look for, you have until December 15th, midnight December 15th to enter to win. We're going to announce the winner on December 16th via Facebook Live. So look for that. I think we're putting the entry link in the comments here, but look for it on our Facebook page or on Instagram. Then we have our next live shopping experience. Okay, it's 2 weeks from today. It's November 15th. It's invite only. So, you know, when I tell you to hit notify me, here's why you want to do that, because then you